The waterfalls of Iguazu are one of the most impressive natural wonders on our planet, as well as providing a natural border between two countries. In the middle of this gigantic natural spectacle is the dividing line between Argentina and Brazil, unique on the South American continent. From a wide expanse of nearly 3 kilometres, the water plunges down into the depths below, creating a thunderous roar amid the tropical scenery. The Rio Iguazu has its source in the Serra Do Mar. On its 1,300-kilometre journey, it is fed by 30 tributaries. It approaches the abyss slowly, divides itself between several small islands, and is suddenly transformed into several mighty waterfalls. The water masses form many waterfalls that eventually unite in a deep canyon. The larger ones have names such as the Devil's Gorge and the Three Musketeers. Up to 80 meters above sea level, around 270 waterfalls form prior to reuniting in a pool below. The locality is well organized, and each year millions of visitors make their way to the waterfalls along several wooden pathways. Here, the play of color is quite magical. The reddish-brown water is transformed into white spray that sparkles in the sunlight in all the colors of the rainbow. In 1541, the Spaniard Alvar Núñez de Vaca was the first European to discover the waterfalls. But for him, they were more of a barrier than a magnificent spectacle. In the following 2 centuries, the Jesuits explored this area and attempted to educate the primeval inhabitants. However, in 1767, they were banished from South America. From above, the dimensions of the waterfalls becomes obvious. The amazing Great Water. That was the name that the native Indians of the Guarani tribe gave to the powerful cascades of water. To them, it was a frightening and sacred place. The ear-deafening roar of the water must have added to their spiritual respect for the waterfalls. As there is always a cloud of fine spray here, the Indians also called this area the place where clouds are born. Indeed, the awesome splendor of it all makes it easy to understand how the Indians who first came here were overcome by its sheer size and beauty. The water flows through narrow crevices as it meanders along. Geologists believe that the division of the water in so many different sections is caused by the plateau's stone formations. Around 125 million years ago, volcanic rock exploded into a huge area and landed here. The volcanic lava and basalt stone are very robust and so able to withstand the force of the water. Numerous Indian legends tell of the origin of the Great Water, as well as of the myth of the chief's beautiful daughter, Naipur. By canoe on the Rio Iguazu, Guarani warrior Karuba made off with his lover Naipur from the snake god Imbwa, who was also in love with Naipur. Imbwa struck the river angrily with his tail. The earth opened up and a canyon was formed with the water nowhere else to go but down. Naipur was turned to stone and Karuba was transformed into a tree. In the last century, national parks were established on each side of the waterfall, protected habitats for endangered plants and wildlife. The Rio Iguazu rumbles through the rainforest and finally crashes down over rock walls into the depths below. A great climax to its long journey. It has been estimated that during the rainy season, 14,000 cubic meters of water a second pass over the falls. Sunlight shines out in the spray of the water masses and creates an array of wonderful rainbows, a constant natural spectacle. In the dry season, the water level of the Rio Iguazu becomes very low. Indeed, in 1978, the river dried out completely. Dry periods such as that one occur around every 40 years, but due to climate change, they could become more frequent. The subtropical climate, surrounding rainforest and lush vegetation, provides the perfect habitat for many kinds of animals. Roaring curtains of water, thunderous noise, glittering spray. All this is created by the mighty natural wonder of the Iguazu waterfalls.